Are you having trouble finding good quality people for your business? Maybe they're not showing up on time. Maybe they're just not working as hard as you'd like them to. Maybe they just don't care about the business as much as you want them to, right? Maybe they're just showing up and going through the motions. Not to say that this is the case with everybody. In fact, everybody that works for my company, I don't have this problem with, but I've certainly had it in the past, and it's something that can be very debilitating and draining for your business. Maybe the problem you're having is you just don't have the funds as of yet, as it may be a new business, to hire somebody locally in the States. Well, I have an answer for you. Today I'm going to talk about my experience with virtual assistants through Hire Heroes, and I'm going to kind of go into exactly what that process looks like. I actually have somebody that we've been working with since January with Hire Heroes, aka Lead Heroes, with my buddy Glenn Shelton. And they do lead generation, but they also really specialize in virtual staffing and virtual assistants. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to talk about my experience with it, what I believe that you should expect from it, and kind of just why it might be a really great alternative if you're having trouble hiring people. Okay, so with virtual assistants through Hire Heroes, you have people overseas. And the reason why this matters is you're looking at a situation where you don't have to pay as much as what you would have to pay to hire somebody in the States, okay? In places like the Philippines and different places like that, which with Hire Heroes, you're going to be working with people that are in the Philippines. What you're actually looking at is that to be able to pay them a wage that is going to be very comparable and competitive for them. It's not nearly as much as having to pay somebody in the States. So it can be very cost effective for your business overseas. Now, one thing that I have found is there's a lot of preconceived notions about working with somebody overseas. And of course, it's certainly something that can be a danger if you're not working with a good service. Now, there's always a chance that you can go out and maybe find your own person in the Philippines or overseas that you can work with. But the thing about that is you have to vet them. This is always the thing that scared me with working with virtual assistants. You have to vet them. You have to go through a process where you don't really quite know if they're working. You don't really quite know what they're doing. And you really don't quite know if they can be trusted, right? One thing I like about working with a service that actually finds you a person, like Hire Heroes, is they go through the vetting process for you and they go through the training process for you. And when they give you a virtual assistant, they're giving you only the best of their employees that they personally have, okay? So this is very, very important, and this is very, very vital to working with a service, okay? So my experience working with the virtual assistant that we have is we have our virtual assistant more or less doing social media for me, okay? So in my business, I do a tremendous amount of social media, and there's a lot of social media marketing that we do. With the virtual assistants that we have working with my business, what she is actually doing on a day-to-day basis is she's handling my Instagram accounts. She's handling my LinkedIn accounts, my Twitter accounts, my Facebook business pages. So that way nobody else has to deal with them, and it's just an outsourced kind of thing, right? I've always been a big believer of outsourcing things, delegating things, so that way you can focus on what really matters in your business, and that's income-producing activities. What I view the virtual assistant as is they're very capable at creating design work, sending out email blasts, as long as you train them on how to do so, right? They're going to be very good at handling messages, emails, those kind of things, right? So there was a point where we had probably about 300 to 400 unread messages on my own personal LinkedIn account. That is not a problem anymore. And a lot of them are spam and things like that. But every now and then we come across one that's actually legitimate and somebody that actually is making a serious inquiry. And so they go through that process. So I gotta let you guys know, if you send me a message on Instagram, if you send me a message on LinkedIn, and you get a reply, it's probably not me replying to you. But that's okay, you know, it's something that can be managed. Now, I've known a lot of people that will have their virtual assistants if you're an insurance agent. Maybe they help run drug comparisons if you're in the Medicare game. Maybe they help run quotes if they've been trained on how to do so. Maybe they will call carriers and check on things with carriers. There's a multitude of different things that you can do with a virtual assistant, right? And I know people that have built entire teams with virtual assistants. Now, my team is all in the States, except for the virtual assistant that we work with. And she actually is fantastic. I've had a great experience with it. And I wanted to just kind of make this video and kind of go through my experiences with you guys in terms of kind of what I actually am looking at and kind of what they actually do for me. So what I have and the system that I have set up currently is the virtual assistant that I have that works with me. She works full-time, so 40 hours a week. Now, I'm a big believer that this is actually in your benefit opposed to anything else. There's a lot of people that ask for part-time virtual assistants, maybe 20 hours a week, 15 hours a week. But if you're an insurance agent, because that's kind of what Hiring Heroes targets more than anything else, they work with insurance agents that are looking for staff members, okay? If you're an insurance agent and let's say you get somebody for 20 hours a week and they have to find another person to get that person to do an additional 20 hours a week. So there's maybe 2 agents that this virtual assistant is working for, maybe 20 hours for you and 20 hours for another agent. Do you really want that? Do you really want somebody that's working with 2 different agencies, right? To me, that would always make me nervous. I want somebody that's fully invested and fully working on my business and not anybody else's, especially in the same industry, okay? So 40 hours a week is going to be better, and there's a lot you can have them do in 40 hours a week, but full-time is better than part-time. I really, really do believe that. I think the main thing you have to understand is that there has to be a good training process in order for what you actually want them to do. Training is key, okay? So you're going to want to make sure that you go through the process and train them exactly what they need to know. Now, what do I think they might have a difficult time doing? I think if you were having them talk to your clients, your customers, I don't know if I would necessarily think that would be the best way to set them up for success, right? I think that might be a little bit difficult. If they're having too many important conversations with carriers or customers or clients or anything like that, that would make me a little bit nervous. I think for me, where I find value in virtual assistants for me is having them work behind the scenes when they're overseas and in the Philippines and things like that. I think I really enjoy having them work on my business behind the scenes, and you never even really know that they're there and handling things. The social media work, now not everybody's going to have as much social media work in their business as I do, but there's so many different things you can have with a virtual assistant, and I kind of wanted to just spend a little bit of time with you guys today on video to kind of share my experience and what a great experience it's been. It's been roughly 7, maybe 8 months since we've kind of started this endeavor and working with a virtual assistant, and I'm sure we will pick up more as time goes on as our needs expand. But if you're needing help with staffing, this is a great alternative. I'm going to leave a link down in the description of this video that you can get in touch with Hire Heroes. You can actually set up an appointment and have a consultation with them where they can dissect the needs of your business and make sure that if it sounds like a virtual assistant is the best solution for you, they'll be able to kind of cater somebody that can help you with their strengths and kind of what they're good at to your needs in your business. We've had great results with it. We've had great luck with it, and I hope you guys give it a chance if you're having issues with staffing. There's no service I would endorse and trust more than Hire Heroes when it comes to virtual assistants and virtual staffing. So go ahead and click that link down below, guys. Make sure to set up your consultation, and I hope you're as happy with your experience and your virtual assistant as I am. Anyway, guys, if you have any questions about virtual assistants, make sure to throw them in the comment section. I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. I'm just an agency owner. I'm just a business owner that has had experience with this, that is more of a customer of the service than anything else. So I hope this feedback kind of helps you guys out in your endeavors when you're looking to staff your business. Anyway, guys, make sure to smash the like button if you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button so you're notified when we upload. And until next time, guys, thanks so much for watching. Here's to your success and your abundance. Thanks, guys.